Welcome everyone. In today's video, I wanted to talk about the most impactful news in the Solana ecosystem last week. So the first bit of news comes from the Solana Twitter account itself, and they've announced the end to the Solana Ignition Hackathon, and they've announced the winners. And historically, these hackathons have been very bullish for the Solana ecosystem, as a lot of the top projects that come out of these hackathons go ahead and become major players in the Solana ecosystem as a whole. So 22 projects were given prizes in the end, and an additional 23 were given honorable mentions from the judges. Because the field of competition was so strong for this particular hackathon, a lot of the projects that only got honorable mentions would have actually won previous hackathons. So the grand prize winner was Katana HQ, which is essentially ribbon finance on Solana. You'll be able to deposit money into their vaults and earn yield over time through selling options. The next piece of news comes from SLRS Finance. So they've announced that you'll be able to do single-sided staking with your SLRS tokens, and then it will provide a number of benefits in the future. So this is quite exciting. I look forward to seeing the other benefits that the SolRise Finance token will provide. The next piece of news comes from Aldbridge, and they've announced that Aldbridge Staking has launched. So you can take your ABR tokens, stake them, and then earn X ABR and share bridge rewards in the future, as well as fee reduction as the system evolves. So if you're bullish on the Solana ecosystem as a whole and you think that more money will come in from other ecosystems, then definitely projects like Aldbridge and their governance tokens will benefit from this. So we'll see how this works. The next piece of news comes from Acumen Finance. So they've recently launched their V2 on mainnet. So you can go over there, start depositing, and earn Acumen Finance tokens. Additionally, they have launched support for Saber LP tokens. So you can see the tokens here. So that's nice. You can use them as collateral, or you can even borrow them if you wanted to as well. The next piece of news comes from Sonar Watch, and if you're not familiar with Sonar Watch, essentially it's very similar to Step Finance. So you connect your wallet, and it will show you a dashboard of your positions. You can also do swaps through here. You can also see your NFTs. So it's just a dashboard for your Solana wallet essentially. So they've launched their V2, which includes multi-wallet support, NFT wallet evaluation, statistics, ecosystem overview, impermanent loss calculator, auto refresh, currency selector, overall performance improvement, and much more. So that's definitely something to check out. They've also announced the Sonar token, so they've finished their fundraising and they want to do an IDO. So Sonar is going to be a utility token for the ecosystem. Sonar will give you access to pro features, so the multi-wallet support, history charts, dashboards, CSV export, and others. And the IDO details will be later on this month. The total supply will be 100 million Sonar, and they're giving away 2% of that in airdrop. So if you have used Sonar before, you can expect an airdrop. It's likely they've already taken a snapshot for who they're going to airdrop the tokens for. But if you want to try, go ahead, connect your wallet to Sonar, do a few swaps, see if you might qualify. There's not much downside to it. Next piece of news comes from Aldrin. So they've announced that in the future, if you do hold an NFT in your wallet, you'll be able to get fee discounts when trading on their exchange. Next piece of news comes from Step Finance. So they've launched permissionless yield farming. So essentially that just allows projects to come on in and start their own yield farms. So if I go into the Step Finance page, you can see a few farms that have already started up, and your highest yielding farm right now is 806% APY, and that's on the Ori Step pair. So the next piece of news comes from UXT Protocol. UXT is an algorithmic stablecoin coming to the Solana blockchain. It's backed by a delta neutral position, and it's definitely going to be a major player in the Solana ecosystem in the future. So the IDO will start on November 3rd or November 4th, depending on what time zone you're in, and it will last for 48 hours. So during the IDO, anyone will be able to deposit or withdraw USDC and participate in the IDO. At the end of the IDO, the number of tokens you receive is proportional to the USDC you contribute to the vault. A total of 300 million UXP tokens will be available. Next piece of news comes from Aldrin. So they have launched their AMM. Onto the website, you can see a few different pools that they have in the Aldrin AMM right now. So you can go ahead and provide liquidity and you can receive some quite good yields. RIN-Cell, for example, is currently yielding 452%, and your highest yielding one is RIN USDC, which is currently giving out 523% APR. So the next piece of news comes from Orca. They've released their winter roadmap, and I quite like this. So a few new things. So the first new product is Whirlpools. So Whirlpools essentially is Uniswap v3 concentrated liquidity. So Using whirlpools, users will be able to concentrate their liquidity around certain price ranges. This will benefit all Orca users. Liquidity providers will earn greater yields, and traders will be able to transact at a lower cost. They're going to announce more token listings and double dip pools, as well as quality of life improvements to the DEX as well. So they're planning to have more integrations of Orca within the ecosystem, as well as sex listing. And here they have Orcanaut, which is a soon to be revealed project that invites deeper engagement with the Orcaverse. So I'm really interested in seeing what that is. So next piece of news comes from Solend. So this is just a little Medium article talking about their fundraising, tokenomics, and IDO. So their IDO actually starts on November the 1st and ends November the 3rd. So if I scroll down here, this is how the IDO will occur. So on November the 1st, 12 p.m. UTC, they'll have their sale period. So within this 24-hour period, you'll be able to deposit and withdraw USDC into a smart contract. And then November 2nd, 12 p.m. UTC, you have a grace period where you can only withdraw your USDC from the smart contract. And then the IDO ends the next day at 12 p.m. And then you'll be able to get your tokens out of the protocol at 4 p.m. UTC, November 3rd. So in this article, Solend have talked a little bit more about their roadmap. So they'll be introducing call options, liquidity mining programs, which are coming soon. Upgrading the Solend Oracle so more long tail assets could be listed. So right now you only have the largest market cap coins on Solend listed right now, but that's going to change fairly soon. The token will have governance features, and this is the most exciting part, is isolated and permissionless pools. So if this is what I think it sounds like Solend Finance is planning to become the Rari capital of Solana, which is very much needed. And if you've seen the price of Rari Capital recently, I'm not saying this will happen with Solend Finance, but Rari Capital have been doing extremely well this year, so definitely keep an eye out for this. Next piece of news comes from Star Atlas, so they've released their roadmap. Make sure to check this out if you're a really big fan of the project, but the TLDR of this is that they're going to be releasing a few mini games over the next coming months, but you won't really be able to play the game until Q2 2022. Next piece of news comes from Solscan. So they've released a new feature, which is a 3D model display for NFTs. That's cool. So that was it for the news last week. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and make sure to subscribe for more videos like this one. This video is unofficially sponsored by DeGods NFT, the first deflationary NFT set on Solana, where common traits become rare and paper hands pay a 33% tax if they sell below their buy price. Make sure to buy yours at alpha.art.